Hello and welcome to another ASMR video in the wild world. This is in a different park close to where I live. We may have a few crows. We also have a stream going underneath us. I'm standing on some rocks to make sure I stay afloat. I absolutely did not prepare for this. 100 fascinating facts. I try to do this as best as I can. Fact number 1. Victorians once used leeches to predict the weather. I'm not going to give context to these facts. That is up to you to figure out. Your funny bone is actually a nerve. That's hysterical. The chief translator of the European Parliament speaks 32 languages fluently. It's a lot of languages. I'm sure he gets paid quite a lot for it. The most requested funeral song in England is by Monty Python. Always look on the bright side of life. I gave context on that one because I knew the song. Research shows that all blue-eyed people may be related. Everyone is kind of related. Oh yes. Charles Darwin's personal pet tortoise didn't die until recently. This one I think is really cool. It died in 2006, 176 years old. The average person will spend 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green. As someone that doesn't drive, that's even more heartbreaking. A bolt of lightning contains enough energy to toast 100,000 slices of bread. I wonder how far they toast that bread. Like, what they consider toasted. I think there's a very big difference between 2 slices of toast. You can have burnt, or you can have it's like steak. President Lyndon B. Johnson owned a water surfing car. David Bowie helped the Berlin Wall. Helped fall top the Berlin Wall. Cherophobia is the word for the irrational fear of being happy. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from 2 miles away. That is some deep beating. Nearly 30,000 rubber ducks were lost at sea in 1992 and are still being discovered today. Manhattan specific ant. The inventor of the frisbee was turned into a frisbee when he died. There's a bridge exclusively for squirrels. Subway footlongs aren't always a foot long. That's upsetting. Marie Curie's books are still radioactive. Notebooks. 1 in 3 divorce filings include the word Facebook. Blood banks in Sweden notify donors when blood is being used. Instead of saying cheese before taking pictures, Victorians said prunes. Prunes. It's not a happy face, is it? Prunes. Roosters have built-in earplugs. The Netherlands is so safe, it imports criminals to fill jails. It imports criminals to fill jails. One journal published a fake paper about Star Trek. The world's largest pyramid isn't in Egypt. It's in Mexico. Coke saved one town from the Great Depression. We may already have had alien contact. Yes, you can smell rain. You're all thinking it. You are all thinking it. That rain is kind of stinky. London cabbies have to memorize literally everything. There was a secret Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. Dolphins have actual names. I knew that one. They call each other everywhere. Superman helps take down the KKK. That's what we like to hear. A wild dog is the most successful predator in the animal kingdom. Medicine bottle foil seals exists because of poison. Tons of countries celebrate their independence from the UK. Sears used to sell houses. I don't know what Sears is, I'm not American. There is an encrypted monument outside the CIA. Manhattan not kosher. Whatever that means, I also don't know. Timothy Leary, busted out of prison. I don't know who Timothy Leary is, but I'm sure he's a lovely... Well, probably not, actually. Cold water is just as cleansing as hot water. Incan people used knots to keep records. A US park ranger once got hit by lightning. Got hit by lightning 7 times. Water bottle expiration dates are for the bottle, not the water. Queen Elizabeth wouldn't sit on the Iron Throne. Which is a legal issue. May she rest in peace. I wonder if Charlie 3 would. A hiker found and returned an ancient wallet. South Koreans are 4 centimeters taller than North Koreans. Animal shelters are slammed on July 5th. The world's most successful pirate was a woman. I probably know the pirate, but I didn't know she was the most successful. There may be treasure in Virginia. This is number 50. Ready? A sea lion once saved a man. That's quite an interesting. That's quite a fun one, isn't it? 50th. Rich Russians hire fake ambulances. Milk wagons gave us roadway lines. Pandas fake pregnancy for better care. That sounds like something I would do. Businesses once didn't see the value of diaper stations. Beloved children's book author Roald Dahl was a spy. For England in World War II. NASCAR drivers can lose up to 10 pounds in sweat due to high temperatures during races. Indians spend 10 plus hours a week reading, more than any other country in the world. The aurora borealis has a sister phenomenon in the southern hemisphere called the aurora australis. pineapples were named after pine cones. A California woman tried to sue the makers of Cap'n Crunch after she learned crunch berries were not real berries. Cap'n Crunch's full name is Horatio Magellan Crunch, or Horatio Magellan Crunch. Apple briefly had its own clothing and lifestyle line in 1986. The IKEA catalogue is the most widely printed book in history. Three Musketeers bars had 3 flavours until wartime rations made it too difficult to access vanilla and strawberry flavouring. Crocodiles are one of the oldest living species, having survived for more than 200 million years. Bacon's saltiness isn't natural. It comes from curing and brinning. There was a 5th Beatle called Stuart Sutcliffe. I want to add to this that there are quite a few more than just that. Before Ringo Starr was the drummer, they had someone called Pete Best, who was one of the youngest, I think was the youngest, and got kicked out. And I think there was one that died. It might have been Pete Best. I don't know. No, Pete Best is still alive. There was a Beatles member that died in Germany on their first concert in Germany. There's been quite a few Beatles. You don't really know about them because it was when they weren't famous, or they were the people behind the scenes. There we go, Stuart Sutcliffe was the one that died in Germany. Died in Hamburg. And then Pete Best joined, and then they didn't like Pete Best, so they kicked him out, but kept his dad or mother or something, because they were a really good manager. I think it's hysterical. Anyways. The cracking sound your joints make is the release of gases. Your bones can multiply in density times 8. Man's got some dense bones. The largest snowflake on record was 15 inches wide. That's insane. Hello. We're back. Scotland has 400 different words for snow. A pig was once executed for murdering a child in France. Someone tried to sell New Zealand on eBay, but was stopped once the bid reached $3,000. Canadian woman who lost her wedding ring in the garden found it 13 years later growing on a carrot. Well, I presume the carrot was growing, not the ring. It was on the ring. The city of Boring has a sister city called Dull. McDonald's once tried to sell bubblegum flavoured broccoli to encourage kids to eat healthier. In the 90s, North Korean teachers were required to play the accordion. The punctuation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, is called an interrobang. Interrobang. Doritos are flammable and can be used as kindling. It's illegal to own only one guinea pig in Switzerland. In 2016, a Florida man was charged with assault after throwing a live alligator through a drive-through window. That's not a fact. It is a fact, but American Airlines saved a boatload by removing a single olive from meals. Great Britain once had a cones hotline for people to report rogue traffic lines. Starbucks flopped down under. It's not popular in Australia. That's quite the description, isn't it? The first written use of the word OMG was in 1917. It was in a letter by Winston Churchill. He, in brackets, wrote, "Oh my God," which I think is hysterical. Flaming hot cheese were invented. Flaming hot Cheetos were invented by a janitor. The largest living organism is an aspen grove in Utah called Pando. It's the trees. It's one tree that's, it's like a forest, and all the trees are connected. Melting glaciers make a fizzy sound called Bergisalza. Flipping a shark upside down renders it immobile for up to 15 minutes. Male students at Brigham Young University in Utah need special permission to grow a beard. When Coco the gorilla met Mr. Rogers, she took off his shoes as she had to see him do. Movie star. When Coco the gorilla met Mr. Rogers, she took off his shoes as she had seen him do on his TV show. That's a lot of words. Yeah. If you die alone in the Netherlands, someone will write you a poem and recite it at your funeral. In the 16th century, poets exchanged rap battle-like stylized insults in an act called flighting. This also actually happens, I don't know how true it is, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla has it. And I think it's called flighting in that. You basically just like poem at each other. It's kind of funny. Astronaut Alan Shepard hit 2 golf balls on the moon's surface. Beauty and the Beast was written to help girls accept arranged marriages. The first roller coaster was invented at Coney Island as a way to distract people from sinful activities. The German word Kummerspeck means weight gained from emotional eating. Continental plates drift at about the same rate as fingernails grow. Hitler's nephew wrote an essay defaming the dictator, then moved to the US and served in the Navy to fight his uncle. His name is Willy Hitler. Number 100. Brunch was originally invented to cure hangovers. It makes so much sense. And that is where we come to the end of this wonderful video. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this lovely things going on. The water's been very pleasant. I've somehow not got wet. Well, and there were some interesting facts. I presume you might be able to use some of them. I'll put the link into the description of the website I used. Maybe one day I'll write down some facts that I have collated over my long 21 years of life. Yeah. You know, I guess I'll end it here. I kind of want to ramble a bit, but I think the video's gone on too long, and my microphone's about to die. So it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Please like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter or Mastodon. I now have that, just in case you know the situation with Twitter. And Discord. Discord really helps. Well, you can then interact with me. I respond on Discord. Quicker than I'd respond on like a YouTube comment probably. I check YouTube comments once every other day, once a day. Once a day for the first week of YouTube, or like for the first few days of a YouTube video, and then after that